Chicago Bears. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake. Lance. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 2. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Bears are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in Week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned, because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Blue check.
Lance now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Lance. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Samson Ebukam in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
On play action, Fields. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a give. Akers running left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And this time he is in. Cam Akers, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. To throw is Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Fields. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Obviously searching for the first touchdown of this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! 58 yards, the distance covered on the punt return. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st down, Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Lance now on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action, now it's Lance. Got a man complete, it's Hamler. Now a timeout taken. A chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Black shot. Miller. Green Jack. Black block. Long red. Ready.
From midfield, here's Lance. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And got his man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He starts with a give to Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action, Fields. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw with Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners get a bit closer. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, At any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going right back to Akers. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Here we go on 4th down, Fields. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
6, measure. Hey, 3.
Lance now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Red, cycle. Blue, go. Cluster, 6. Hey, red. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go, 10. Go red.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Shot, 17. Yellow, go. Slide through. Ready?
Working from the gun, Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Lance looking to throw it. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here we go, set.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
10 cycle. Yellow.
The center receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Right, 97. Hey, move. Right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Red. Yellow. Yellow, green. Full pink.
The Lance going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They bring a receiver in motion left.
Field, black. Black shot. Red, yellow.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Akers. He'll get this to about the 38. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken at the 46. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lance. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now receiver in motion left. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? Here's Lance. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And they take a knee. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half. With their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's